Hello and welcome. My name is Addie. I'm here at Clayman Plaza, and I'll be guiding you through a gentle yoga flow. This class is sponsored by Downtown Tallahassee and Florida Blue, where your health and the health of the community is Florida Blue's top priority. We're going to begin our class today in an easy seated shape, just wherever you can sit up nice and tall. Your legs can be crossed, and whatever you'd like to do with your hands, maybe resting them on your lap or just something comfortable. Beginning to notice your body as it's sitting on your mat, noticing your body as it sits in space, and noticing the flow of your breath. Nothing special to do in these next few moments except for bringing your awareness to the present moment, maybe setting an intention for your practice if you like. Something simple like cultivating peace or happiness, or just being able to get through this yoga class. As you settle into your comfortable shape, finding your breath, your inhales and your exhales, and without trying to change them or force them to be different, just notice what's going on. After you've caught a hold of your natural breath, see if you can deepen into the breath, drawing longer breaths in, longer breaths out. Breathing on purpose. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, using your inhales to gather up some space and your exhales to soften and relax. Let's take a couple more rounds of breath here. Breathing in, I know that I am breathing in. And breathing out, I know that I am breathing out. Take one more breath in and out. And then we'll start to find a little bit of movement, wiggling our fingers, wiggling our toes. Shrug your eyebrows up and down a couple of times. On your next inhale, we'll shrug the shoulders up by the ears, and on your exhale, drop them, let them go. Try it again. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, drop. Again, we'll inhale the shoulders up. This time we'll exhale, roll them back and down, making that movement a little bit more fluid with some shoulder circles. We'll start to make those movements a little bit bigger, bringing the hands off of the lap. Keep your elbows bent so that you find an opening across the chest. Using your inhale to roll it up. Exhale, hands float back and down. A couple more. Inhaling up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, back and down. Bringing the hands to the knees from here, tucking your chin down to your chest, and starting to do some gentle head motions from side to side. Nice and easy, freeing up some tension in the neck and shoulders. Make sure that you're still sitting up nice and tall. And you can keep up with this half circle, or you can change it into a full circle all the way around. See what feels best to your neck and shoulders. If you get dizzy, please pause. And make sure that at some point you reverse your circle and go the other way. From here, we'll drop the chin to the chest. On your next inhale, puff out the chest and lift the chin. Exhale, round the spine, shoulders forward, chin to chest. Again, inhale, puff out the chest and look up. And then exhale, rounded spine, chin to chest. Let's do one more like that. Nice breath in, take a back bend. And exhale, rounded spine. On your next inhale, puffing out your chest, lifting your chin, and on your exhale, we'll take our shoulders over to the right and we'll do some giant torso rotations all the way around. So keeping your hands anchored to your knees for some support, bending at the elbows, and just making your head a long extension of your spine. Let's reverse our circle. We'll go the other way. We call these trunk circles. This helps us to warm up the torso and the hips. Let's bring it back to the center. Take a nice breath in, and on your exhale, we'll forward fold. Crawling the hands forward, relaxing the elbows and the shoulders. We'll take a few rounds of breath. We'll start to slowly and carefully lift our chest and make our way back up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, flip the palms, float them back behind you, and we'll take a back bend. Drawing the shoulder blades together, open up your chest. From here, we'll start to release our back bend. And we'll plant the hands on the mat, fingertips face towards the top of the mat. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, straighten your elbows, lift your chest. And exhale, chin comes down, bend your elbows. Again, we'll inhale for a back bend. And exhale to bend the elbows. Let's lift back up to straight arms. We'll unwind the legs, bringing the feet out towards the edges of the mat and starting to drop the knees from side to side. A little release for the low back. Coming into a reverse table here, so keep your hands planted. Plant your feet on the mat. We'll inhale, lift the hips up. And exhale, float the hips down. Keep your big toes on the mat. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. Keep your seat grounded. We'll release the hands. And we'll wrap the arms around the legs to take a hug shape. Take a breath. And then we'll release and we'll come into a supported boat. So hands underneath your knee creases, float your feet, firming up the belly and releasing your arms out by your sides. We'll play around with some twists. Let's press the palms together, twist to your right, and chop it down. Inhale through center, exhale, twist left, and chop. Inhale through center, exhale right. Inhale center, exhale left. Inhale center, exhale right. Inhale center, exhale left. Inhale center, exhale, release the hands and open them wide. And then we'll release our boat. Let's crawl over the feet and we'll come forward into a tabletop, hands and knees. We'll find some rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the tail. And exhale, round the spine. Push your hands into the mat, chin to chest. Again, we'll inhale, drop the belly, chin and tail rise. Exhale, round your spine. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Back to a neutral spine, and we'll find a child's pose, taking your knees out wide, big toes touch, sitting your hips back to your heels and resting all the way down. Breathing some space into the sides of the body, into the low back. Make sure that your shoulders and your elbows are soft, and just connecting to stillness. Let's take 2 more breaths. And then after that second breath, we'll start to ease our way up out of our child's pose and we'll come back to tabletop. Take your time, stack your shoulders over your wrists. doing a little wag of your tail. And from here, we'll start to stretch the right arm up towards the sky, circling out the right wrist. Take a breath. And then on your next inhale, open the chest. Exhale, wrap your hand underneath your left set of ribs. Inhale, stretch and reach that right arm back up. Exhale, right hand under left ribs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, wrap. Inhale, reach the arm all the way up, and on your exhale, we'll thread the needle, rotating that right shoulder down, and maybe stretching your left arm forward towards the top of the mat. Breathing while you're here. There's a lot going on in this shape. We have a shoulder stretch on the right side and also a little bit of a back bend going on. Let's take a couple more breaths. We'll start to make our way out of this shape by planting our left hand on the mat, and we'll take our right arm all the way back up towards the sky. Floating it back down to your tabletop and doing 3 rounds of cat and cow on your own. Moving with breath, moving with intention, hitting that reset button before we do the other side. Stretching your left arm up towards the sky, let's circle out our left wrist a couple of times in both directions. And then we'll take a nice breath in, and on your exhale, left hand underneath right ribs. Inhale, stretch and reach up. Exhale, it's like a twist. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach, and exhale, we'll thread the needle. Rotate your left shoulder down. See if you can roll the shoulder away from the ear, and then sliding that right arm out if you like. Settling into this shape for a few rounds of breath. Make sure that this feels okay to your neck and shoulders, and if not, you're always welcome to let it go and find a child's pose. Pressing into your left hand to stretch your right arm all the way back up towards the sky. Take a nice breath in. And exhale, we'll come back to tabletop. Walking the hands out about a palm print from where they are and starting to draw some giant torso circles all the way around. Helping to warm up our wrists and shoulders. Reverse your circle, go the other way. When you feel ready, we'll start to make our way into a downward facing dog. Curl the toes under, send the hips up and back. And just check in here for a couple of breaths. It might feel nice to pedal your feet, pressing into one heel and then the other. You're just keeping the knees really soft, checking in with the hamstrings. Head and neck hang heavy, breath is moving. Finding stillness with those legs. Let's do a deep knee bend. And then we'll let it go. Inhale, shift it forward to a high plank, top of a push-up. Exhale, drop the knees, uncurl the toes, and lower all the way down to the belly. We'll bring the elbows, the forearms to the mat for Sphinx pose. A nice passive belly down back bend, helping us to find some space across the collarbones. Let's drop the chin down to the chest, feeling some space in the back of the neck. Take a breath. And then we'll use our next inhale to press into the elbows, lift the chin up towards the sky, and on your exhale, chin to chest. Try it again. Inhale, lifting the chin up, and exhale, soften it back down. Let's do one more like that. Inhale, lift up, exhale, back down. We'll bring it back to a neutral place. We'll take our hands and slide them backwards. Bring them where your elbows were. Elbows nice and close. Inhale, roll the chest up for a cobra. And exhale, soften it back down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale to lower. Let's bring our right forearm parallel to the top of the mat, and we'll press into our left hand to look over our left shoulder for a twist. You can stay here if you like, or bend the left knee, free up the left hand to left foot, pulling the foot closer in towards the body for a quad stretch. Take a breath. And then we'll let it go. Left forearm parallel to the top of the mat, pressing into the right hand to look over the right shoulder. Gentle twist. And then if you'd like to add in that quad stretch, bend the knee, free up the hand, grab on hand to foot, and see if you can pull that foot a little closer. We'll start to let that foot go, making our way back to center. Let's press into our hands. We'll come through our tabletop. And we'll have a seat in child's pose. Sitting the hips back to the heels, resting all the way down, connecting back to stillness. Let's take a nice breath in and a nice breath out. And then we'll start to slowly and carefully make our way back up, back to tabletop. 3 rounds of cat and cow. And after that last round, we'll start to move back into downward facing dog. Once you get there, feeling the hamstrings and the shoulders starting to wake up, take a couple more breaths. We'll use our next inhale to shift it back forward to that high plank top of a push-up, shoulders over wrists, and on your exhale, lower down. You can hover or go back down to the belly. Take one back bend with your inhale, lift your chest, and on your exhale, safe transition back to downward dog. From here, we'll look between the hands, bend the knees, and we'll take a walk to the top of the mat. Once you get there, inhale for a half lift, hands to shins, and exhale, ragdoll forward fold. Bend the knees, let the upper body relax, head hangs heavy. You're welcome to grab opposite elbows and take a little sway from side to side as your low back releases. Nod your head yes and shake your head no. And then we'll relax the arms down, bend the knees, round the spine. We'll come all the way up to a stand. Stretch your arms up overhead, big breath in. And exhale, we'll relax the palms and float them down. Heel toeing the feet back together for a mountain pose. Stand up nice and tall. From here, we'll move through Sun Salutation A. Inhale, reach the arms up. Then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins. On your exhale, back to plank pose, top of a push-up. Inhaling at the top, exhale, lower down. Feel free to drop the knees. Inhale, lift your chest, high cobra. And on your exhale, finding downward facing dog. We'll pause for 2 deep breaths. Looking forward, bend the knees, step walk or take a hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. And exhale, palms float down. Let's go again. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, find some space. And exhale, step or hop your way back, plank pose. And lowering down. Take a back bend with your inhale, maybe upward facing dog this time, taking your thighs up off the mat. And exhale back, we'll find downward facing dog. Let's pause here. We'll pick up the right leg and fly it long for a 3-legged dog. Keep pressing into both hands, but maybe bending at the knee and rolling the hip open if you like. Circle out the ankle, flex and point. Let's kick that leg out long on our inhale. Exhale, we'll float it down. Look between the hands, bend the knees, step, walk, or take a hop. Half lift on your inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. And exhale, palms float down. To the other side, inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold, squeeze your belly, drop your head. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, step or hop back, plank pose. And lower down, take your time. A back bend with your inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, safe transition to downward dog. 3-legged dog on the left side, left leg flies. Strong in the shoulders, bend at the knee, and roll the hip open. Circle out the ankle, flex and point. Let's kick that leg out long on your inhale. Exhale, set it down. Look between the hands, bend the knees, step, walk, or take a hop. Half lift on your inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms, chair pose. Pausing here, keeping the knees bent. We'll interlace the fingers and release the pointer fingers and start to do a tick-tock from side to side, waking up the sides of the body. Keep pressing firmly into both feet. Biceps hug the ears. Let's inhale, reach up tall through center. Exhale, bend at the elbows and make a little basket for the back of your head. Open up the chest. Inhale, flip the palms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. On your exhale, step back to your plank pose and we'll hold it. Strong belly. Let's drop our left knee down. Drop your right heel down and spin your right arm up towards the sky. Modified side plank, feeling a nice stretch on the right side of the body. Take a big breath in and exhale, right bicep by right ear. Inhale, reach the arm up. Exhale, right bicep by right ear. Inhale, reach the arm up. Exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, reach the arm up. And on your exhale, we'll go back through our plank and we'll try the other side. Drop your right knee down. Drop your left heel down. And take your left arm up towards the sky. Strong in the belly. Let's inhale, reach. Exhale, left bicep by left ear towards the top of the mat. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, reach that arm all the way up. And on your exhale, back to plank. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Pick up your right leg and fly it long on your inhale. On your exhale, shift your shoulders forward and hug your right knee into your chest. Inhale, kick it back out long. Exhale, right knee into the chest. Inhale, kick it back out long. Exhale, right knee into the chest, and then step it forward, and we'll find our warrior one. Hips are squared forward, both legs are working. Big bend in that front knee, and we'll find a bind here, interlacing the fingers and releasing the pointer fingers, and starting to find that little tick-tock from side to side. So really grounded in our lower body so that our upper body can move. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Find that little basket for the back of your head. Take a breath in this back bend. On your next inhale, flip the palms up. And exhale, we'll relax the hands down to the mat. Drop your left knee, uncurl your left toes. A few breaths here in this low lunge. From here, we'll send the hips back for a half split, flexing the right set of toes up towards the sky. Soften your shoulders as you bow. Take one more breath. And then we'll bend back into our right knee, back to our low lunge. And we'll take a twist. Left hand stays down, right arm pulls up, twist. Curling your back toes under, lift your back knee up. We'll find some lightness on that left hand, and then we'll sweep the arms all the way up overhead, back to warrior one on your inhale. And on your exhale, floating the hands down and stepping back to downward dog. Shifting to your plank and lowering down. Take a back bend with your inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. Finding that child's pose, knees down towards the mat, hips to heels. Take a breath. And we'll start to make our way up and out of our child's pose. We'll come back to tabletop, and eventually we'll make our way back into downward facing dog. We'll pick up our left leg and fly it long. Take a nice breath in, and on your exhale, shift your shoulders forward and hug your knee into your chest. Inhale, kick it back out long, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee into the chest. Last one. Inhale, kick. Exhale, knee into the chest, and then we'll step it forward for our warrior one. Arms up overhead. Starting to get a little rainy here. Let's interlace our fingers and release the pointer fingers, and we'll do a little tick-tock side to side. Strong in the legs. Let's inhale through the center, exhale, bend at the elbows, make that basket for your head, open up your chest. Inhale, flip the palms up. Exhale, relax the hands down. Drop your right knee, uncurl your right toes, hang out here in this hip flexor stretch. It's a nice rain. If you've ever joined us at Clayman Plaza for our summer yoga series, there is usually some rain. Let's find our half split, hips and hands traveling backwards, flexing the left toes towards the sky. Soften your shoulders in this hamstring stretch. Let's release our half split, moving back into our low lunge on the left side. Right hand stays down, left arm pulls up, twist. Keeping the chest open, curl the right toes under, lift the right knee up, get really steady on the legs, lightness on your right fingers. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And on your exhale, we'll let it go, floating the hands all the way down to the mat, stepping back to plank pose and lowering down. Take a back bend with your inhale, lifting your chest, and on your exhale, safe transition to downward facing dog. Eventually we'll meet back up in our child's pose just to find some rest. Let's take one more breath. And then we'll make our way out of child's pose back into downward facing dog. Picking up the right leg, fly it long, nice breath in, exhale, step it forward to the top of the mat, and then pivot all 10 toes to face the wide side of the mat for a wide angle forward fold. Inhale, lift your chest, exhale to find a deeper place. See if you can shrug your shoulders away from your ears, and maybe using the help of your hands on the mat to find that deeper place. Strong legs to help you balance. Take one more breath. And then we'll inhale, half lift, exhale, hands to hips, inhale, rise all the way up, a little back bend at the top if you like, and exhale back to a neutral place. Arms out like a T, and then we'll interlace the fingers back behind the back, take a nice breath in, and on your exhale, forward fold, rotating the arms up overhead. Big shoulder stretch, hugging the kneecaps up and in to keep the legs strong to help you balance. Pressing strongly into the big toes, we'll use our next inhale to rise all the way up, a little back bend at the top if you like, and then exhale, releasing your bind, bringing the hands to the hips, pointing your left toes towards the back of the mat. Bending and straightening into the left knee, and then pause for Warrior Two. Arms are stretching and reaching, and then we'll find our breath from here. On your next inhale, reaching the arms up, straightening that front leg, and exhale, arms out like a T. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Warrior Two. Last one, inhale, reach up. Exhale, Warrior Two. Straighten your left leg, left toes in, right toes out, bend your right knee. Warrior Two. Getting steady and finding the breath. Inhale, we'll reach the arms up. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Warrior Two. Last one, inhale to reach. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale here, exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step back to plank, and lower down. Let's pause here. Left forearm to the top of the mat, and we'll look over our right shoulder again. And you might stay here, or you might grab onto that foot once more. So we'll try half bow pulling. It's a belly down back bend. So you can kick your foot into your hand, open up the chest, maybe popping the thigh off the mat, maybe kicking both legs up towards the sky and stretching your left arm forward. Taking a breath, and then we'll release and let it go, bending the knees and dropping the feet from side to side as you rest your head. We'll try the other side from here, pressing into your left hand, looking over your left shoulder, twist. You can stay or bend the knee and grab onto the foot. And you might stay in that quad stretch, or you might turn it into a little bit more challenging shape, half bow pulling. So kicking your foot into your hand, stretching your right arm forward, and maybe lifting both legs up off the mat. Keep kicking, keep reaching, take a breath. And then we'll let it go and relax everything back down. Make that forearm pillow and rest your head as you bend the knees and drop the feet from side to side. From here, we'll make our way back to a cobra shape. You can keep it low, or you can straighten through the elbows and find a high cobra. You might stay still or do a little shift of the shoulders from side to side, looking over one shoulder and then the other. Make sure that your legs are nice and soft here, low back nice and soft. Let's lift the chest, and then lowering back down safely to transition back to downward facing dog. We'll try some balance work. Let's float our right leg on an inhale, and exhale, we'll step it forward back to warrior one. Up on the ball of your left foot, nice and strong, getting steady here. Let's relax our arms down, lean our chest forward, and we're taking an airplane posture. Stand on your right and fly your left. Keep both of your legs active, keep your arms active, find that gazing point and fix your focus. And keeping up with steady breath, we'll start to stand up nice and tall, hugging our left knee into the chest. One-legged mountain. Reaching the arms up overhead. And if you like, interlace the fingers and release the pointer fingers. We won't try any tick-tocks from side to side, but make sure that you can find your breath here. You can keep the arms up overhead or relax them back down. We'll start to transition back through our airplane pose, making our way back to warrior one. Bend your right knee a lot. See if you can land your left set of toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, we'll float the hands down. Stepping back to plank pose and lower down. Take a cobra with your inhale. And exhale, back to downward dog. Left leg to the sky, nice breath in. Exhale, warrior one. Picking the torso up, catching your balance, finding your breath. We'll start to make that transition to our airplane posture. Relax your arms down. Start to lean your chest forward, stand strong on your left and fly your right. Find that gazing point, fix your focus. Keeping steady with your breath, we'll start to transition into our one-legged mountain, standing up nice and tall, hugging the right knee into the chest. You can stay here, steady with your breath, or reach the arms up overhead, interlace the fingers, and release the pointer fingers. Breathe. Let's relax our arms back down, and we'll start to transition back to airplane. Kick your right leg back behind you, keep your chest lifted. Starting to gently bend your left knee, land your right set of toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up, catch your balance, then exhale, float it right back down. Step back to plank, lower down. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale, safe transition to a seat. We'll bring the soles of the feet together and the knees out wide for butterfly pose. Hands to ankles or feet. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Soften your shoulders and use your next inhale to lift your chest. Exhale, fold the knees together, wrap the arms around the legs, finding that hug shape. Take a breath. And then we'll start to let this go, and we'll make our way to a reclined place on the spine. Laying all the way down, take up space, take a breath. And then reaching the arms up overhead, full body stretch, big breath in. Exhale, we'll hug both of our knees into the chest. Pausing here. You can be still, or you can take a little rock from side to side. Coming into our final set of postures here, we'll take a nice, gentle, relaxing twist. You might do some circles with your knees or some intuitive movement beforehand. Eventually, we'll take the arms out like a T, and we'll let both legs fall over to the right side. You can let the legs fall where they fall, or you might wrap the legs up in some variation. Take one more breath. And then we'll start to let this twist go, bringing both feet to the mat and dropping the knees from side to side. Let's hug the knees back into the chest, and we'll let them fall over to the left. Spinal twist. Take one more breath. And then we'll start to let this go, making our way back to the center. Hug your knees into the chest, give them a squeeze, take a breath. And then we'll release the feet back down to the mat and drop the knees from side to side. Stretching both legs straight up towards the sky, flexing and pointing the feet. Inhale, flexing the toes towards the face. Exhale, point the toes away. Inhale to flex. Then exhale, we'll lower the legs all the way down to the mat. This is our Shavasana, our place of rest. Just a couple of minutes of doing nothing, letting this practice integrate. Softening your shoulders away from your ears, finding your breath, and settling in. Enjoy this time, and I'll let you know when it's time to come up. We'll start to find a little bit of movement here, rocking our head from side to side and starting to wiggle your fingers and toes. Circling out wrists and ankles and stretching the arms up overhead for a full body stretch. Take a nice breath in and exhale, let it go. We'll hug the knees back into the chest. Thank your body for being a body and for doing this practice. We'll start to make our way up to an easy seated shape to close our practice all together, wherever you can sit up nice and tall. Pressing the palms together at heart center, our gesture of connection. Taking a breath in and a breath out. As always, it is my honor to be your guide through this practice. Thank you so much for joining me. Go in peace. Namaste.